Okay. So my paper title is a human model simulating the physical condition of the elderly individual and standing assistance method based on these models. Okay. Not work. Sorry. It's not work. Okay. So that's first, I show the background motivation and I show the objective of the research. I propose two methods and thus I show the performance of a scheme and thus I will conclude this research. Okay, and rapid aging in Japanese society is very serious problem. And Japanese population ratio of senior citizens exceeds 30%. And will increase. So now the 24% of the elderly person cannot perform the daily life at home. So standing and walking as operation is the most serious and important operation in daily life in the home. For increasing the quality of life of the elderly people, it is important to assist this operation in the home. So in Japan, the elderly care level situation categorized 6 categories, 1 to 6, and these are slight conditions. So these categorized elderly person requires a standing assistance, walking assistance, and sitting assistance. For previous researches, many robots has developed. For example, the lever. But its target is a level 4, and widely used lifting devices categorized level 5. So there is no such device has been yet developed in this category. So we developed the standing assistant robot, which fits its user's body condition individually for slight condition elderly like this. So we use these models. Red area is acceptable posture of the elderly. So in this area, the patient can stand up safely with assistance. And calculating this area, our algorithm uses the physical condition of the information of the elderly, individual information. So it is required to measure them with many sensors. Like this, many sensors. We use many sensors for detecting the physical ability of the elderly individually. On the other hand, the corona pandemic in Japan is now in the 7th wave of the corona outbreak, killing more than 300 people that day, a very serious condition. Of course, it is very high, there is a very high risk in elderly like this. The death of the 90%, more than 90% is elderly in Japan. So this is TV news from the last summer, and the breakthrough infection cluster in elderly care homes and some deaths, they said. And they assisted an infected elderly person in a nursing home because the hospital was full. As a result, the 2 people died as a result of infection, 3 deaths due to the loss of the strength caused by infection. So very extremely serious conditions. So the nursing homes now off limits to all but resident staff due to the current pandemic. So it is difficult to measure the physical condition of elderly individually because robot developers does not have not access to the facility, and staff have difficulties in difficulties in using specialized measuring equipments. So it is necessary to be able to estimate the physical strength as the elderly people individually using the only measuring equipment that is easy to use for the caring staff. So our objective of this research is here. We propose a standing assistance scheme which fits the physical condition of elderly subjects without face-to-face measuring physical data. For realizing this objective, we propose two methods. Okay, I propose one method. Usually, a simple measurement without EMG, a joint traction has been widely used for the evaluation. the joint traction is expresses the output force of the human, and the human body is expressed as a links as this. However, the joint traction does not express the human load accurately. For example, you only the same traction. This posture is easy. Please try. It's very easy. On the other hand, this situation very heavy because muscle generates a human body movement and the maximum traction changes according to the posture. So the patient load should be evaluating the considering its posture. So the joint traction is not suitable for index of the patient's load. So maximum muscular strength can be estimated by the joint traction and its posture because say in same traction, in the right condition, maximum muscular strength is right. On the other hand, heavy situation, maximum muscular strength is strong will be. So our proposed method for designing a standing assistance way, which fits the target area individually, maximum physical strength of each muscle should be estimated. So estimations of the joint traction when the target area stand up and estimation for maximum physical strength of each muscle considering its postures. For delivering the joint traction, we use these models. Position of the each links by these videos. And this video recorded the caring staff, not me. And sorry, and the grounding force, we use a stabiliometer. Usually, stabiliometer, the care house has a stabiliometer in general, and it can measure the force to the ground and center of position and center of pressure position like this. Using this information, we can estimate a joint traction as this and this and this kinematically, very easy. For estimating maximum joint traction, we use a biological muscular model. The muscle model that's close to joints, and this muscle generates motion of the lower limb. So the muscle mainly generates a standing motion, and the model is useful for estimating the standing motion physical performance. We use this model like this. And using this model, muscular activity can be estimated from direction of the output force. For example, if the output force is this direction, the output is E and between the E and F position. So this position. So the muscle E1 generates the traction 100%, and F1 is 0%. E2 and F2 is this, and E3, F3 is this. So we can estimate the potential performance of each muscles by the joint traction and output force direction to the ground like this. The relationship between the muscle output and traction is this equation. We want to know the six muscles outputs. So unknown values are 6. So at least 6 variations of measuring data are required for estimation. And this is the examples estimation result like this. How potential is this? Now I propose next techniques. In our previous researches, our assistance algorithm video moves fits the natural standing motion by the elderly like this. For realizing this, safety motion tolerance, we use the safety motion tolerance two conditions, body balance and capable with each muscular output. The tolerance should be individually, of course. So we deliver the safety motion tolerance using estimated potential performance of each muscle strength individually using the open sim. OpenSIM is a previously presentator shows the OpenSIM. I use the same system. We tried more than 10,000 motion where the two conditions are fulfilled like this. The result is here. The red mode means with the safety motion tolerance. Okay, let's discuss sagittal plane like this. This is the safety motion tolerance. From the result, subject A can stand up by own physical strength without upper body inclination to right or left. So the assistance device should assist in only the emergency situation. And this situation, subject A cannot stand up with upper body inclination. And this is a result of subject B. Subject B cannot stand up without assistance because safety motion tolerance is null. So, for example, if the device is assist the force upper direction to 200 newtons, the subject A can stand up with this. So we show the performance and we show the validation. Of course, we should evaluate whether the design assistance way works well. But in corner situation, this experiment cannot be done. So validation way is here, and we compare the safety motion tolerance at the 100%. This means complete standing up posture, and how the motion can be accepted. On the other hand, swaying the center of pressure when the standing by the stabilometer, and this data is recorded by the caring staff. So we compare these data, and this is subject A data, X is this, and about the safety motion tolerance is this. On the other hand, the stabilometer data is here, and the X is here, and almost same. So the muscle simulator predicts a much actual measurement result. Subject B is same, and like this, and subject B stabilometer's result is this, like this, almost same. We test 10 subjects. Blue is the estimated result, and red is the real measurement result, almost same. So we can evaluate simulated result by a proposed idea seem to be effective. Okay, let's conclude this presentation. I propose the standing assistance scheme without face-to-face measuring. For realizing this method, I propose two techniques. And from using this technique, estimation result by problem method fits the measurement value, and our method is effective, I think. Okay, thank you very much for kind attention. Thank you very much. And I am glad to present face to face. I'm very glad. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for a nice presentation. Is a question here? Just waiting for the microphone.
This system seems to be something that is advanced and useful in any scenario, not just with COVID, because you are quantifying the muscle condition in a way which has not been done previously. So my question is, did this work start before the COVID outbreak and has then become particularly important during COVID? So did you start the work before COVID or after the outbreak? Before or after?
Okay. Before the corona pandemic,
it just seems to be a generic, generally useful tool, which has become particularly important because of the COVID application.
Okay, I find. Before the corona pandemic, I measured many sensors to measure the directly. So we can get data easily, individually. But this method is now we cannot, because we cannot enter the caring
Okay, I
home.
understand. Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you for your question. Is there any more question? No? Okay, I have just one
Yeah.
because we are a little delayed.
Yeah.
In your first proposal, you have proposed a strategy to estimate muscle strength. Do you have validated it with comparing with electromyographic signals or not?
Okay, and of course, I want to. I want to compare the, if possible, I want to compare the EMG data and measuring our proposed data. But EMG in general care house, they don't have the EMG sensors.
Okay.
So now we cannot measure. Of course, the all of corona is off, and I can enter the caring house. I want to measure the EMG and this this
perform
method and compare.
comparison.
But now we cannot.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay, thank you.